Hi everyone. Just want to make a quick video. I still try I'm still gonna try to do some history videos at some point. If I can. Um just a little life update. In October I went and had a PET scan done. Which was scheduled. Anytime you have cancer, I guess, they do routine PET scans. And that PET scan showed that my cancer had returned and it was in my liver. I originally had the colon cancer, stage 3C. And during a PET scan in April, it showed that the PET scan showed my cancer was gone. There was no cancer in the PET scan, and I had finished my chemotherapy. So I had my PET scan in October, and the cancer was back, and it had traveled to my liver, which apparently is a very common place, the most common place for colon cancer to travel. It was also in my lymph nodes, in my back, and in my abdomen, and in my neck, and it was, I guess it's in my bloodstream, and they diagnosed me with stage 4 colon cancer. I am doing chemotherapy again. I've done 2 so far. I have to do at least 12. There are 2 of the chemo drugs are the same as when I did it last time, but I'm on 5 chemo drugs now, and or I will be. I have been on 4, but they're going to introduce another one the next time I do my chemo, which is supposed to be on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday. And those are new for me. And so I still have my hair. This is actually my hair. It came back in and it's been growing, but they did tell me that this chemo regimen I will lose my hair. Last time I didn't lose my hair, I had shaved it on my own because I had neuropathy on my hands and feet, but also on my scalp, and it itched and was just very uncomfortable, and I would put oncology cream on my head to help it out. And so I shaved it myself because it was kind of hard to get the cream in there when you've got long or hair. It just gets greasy and gross and stuff. So I shaved it last time, but I didn't lose it from the chemo. This time I will lose my hair. Anyways, it's been hard, in the past year and a half. Mom died. I got cancer. My son got cancer. My son's cancer is still in remission, thankfully. Still grieving my mom. A lot. I think because I haven't really fully been able to, because I've been in this constant fight for my life. So I haven't really had the chance to fully grieve her death. So it's still really tough. And it's tough to go through this without her. And I'm Roman Catholic. I have my miraculous medal on. But I'm still human. And I still get scared and angry. Because there's a good chance I'm gonna die decades before I should. And not that anybody should, you know, go through this. I don't mean it that way at all. I think it's normal. When you've never smoked and you really never drank. I mean, not that I've never drank, but I was never an alcoholic. Again, no judgment to anybody else. I'm only speaking for myself. But I was always just a social drinker. If I went to a party twice a week, I'd drink twice a week. If I went to a party twice a year, I'd drink twice a year. I mean, it was just, and I never really, except when I was like college age, never really drank all that much, like 1 or 2 drinks is my limit. So I was never really a drinker, I was always, I always ate well. I never really did drugs, didn't do any of that. I don't know, experimented a little bit back in, again, college, but nothing hard, just marijuana, but that was back in college for a little bit, not for very long, a couple months. So I never really did drugs, I was always skinny. I mean, I'm thinking of all these things that would bring on, any of this. I didn't test positive. I tested negative for the colon cancer gene. I tested negative actually for all of the cancers. They tested me for 85 different cancers. The gene for 85 different cancers. I tested negative for all of them. So I'm trying to, not that anybody who's ever had any addictions or, smoked or drank or did drugs or was overweight, or not that they deserve this. I don't mean that at all. But I think that's, for me, I don't understand it. I always took care of myself. And any experimenting I did as far as drinking or anything, it was like during college, and it was a very brief period of time. I'm such a lightweight. And nothing hard, I don't get it, and again, that was years ago, so that wouldn't contribute to anything that's happening now. And then just having it happen right after my, getting diagnosed 1 month to the day after my mother's funeral. And then my son getting his cancer. I don't know. And then just the physical pain, and then always going to the doctor and not really hearing good news very often. And it's just feel like I haven't caught a break. And, I'm human, and, of course I want to see my mom, and I believe in God, and I believe in heaven, but I'm human, and I still get scared, and I still get anxious. I'm not ready to die. But stage 4 cancer is still stage 4 cancer. And I guess my problem is I'm just way too realistic. I want to believe in a miracle, and I know they do happen. But I also know they don't happen.
like to everybody. I know people that have lived years with stage 4 cancer, and I know people that have died very fast. I don't know which way I'm going to go. But I know this isn't fun. I know this is painful. I'm on a lot of medication. I'm on narcotics now for pain that I have to take more often than I'm comfortable with. But it's necessary because it hurts, it's very painful. And so I've just got so much I want to do. And I don't feel like my life is finished. I'm just having a really hard time with this. So, this is probably the worst YouTube video as far as editing and pauses and lighting and all that. So, I'm really sorry. And my nose is dripping. It's a mess. I'm sorry. But that's kind of this is my life. So, I guess if you're the praying type, pray for a miracle. If you're a Roman Catholic like me, St. Peregrine, St. Jude, yeah. Novenas. I've been doing those as I can, doing my rosary. And it is helpful. I mean, it does help give me some peace. I just want to receive good news. I'm getting another PET scan done on January 26th. So if you can pray for some help with that, that maybe that the chemotherapy is working, that it's shrinking, that things are going in a good direction and not getting worse or spreading. And just pray for peace and faith and trust in God. I think I definitely need more of that. I do believe in Him, and I am a practicing Catholic. But I think this has shown me that maybe I need to shown deficits in that area, that maybe I don't trust Him and have the faith and trust that I thought I had. Because there's so many doubts and so many fears, and more than there should be for somebody who trusts God and is practicing their faith. There's more doubts and fears, and then I guess what I feel should be there. I feel like I should have more faith and more trust than I do. And so just help me to have that and have inner peace, and to get rid of the fear and anxiety, and to help me grieve my mom. Get the negative emotions, the anger, the grief, the fear, the anxiety, anything that's negative like that, all those negative emotions. Help me to get those, pray that I get those out of me and replace it with good things, hope and joy and appreciation, gratitude, faith, trust, love, to start thinking more of others. I've focused so much on myself and on my care, which, is appropriate. I have to. But I think taking some of that off of me and helping others is really beneficial too. It's hard to do when you're going through chemo because you're tired and you don't feel good. And this chemo is really, really intense, more so than the last one. I'm tired a lot. I've had a lot of nausea. It's been a little scary, actually, some of the symptoms that I've had, some of the side effects that I've had. And so, just peace, calmness. Yeah. If you can just pray for that for me. And if you have any prayers, because I know I'm not the only one going through things. Like I said, taking the focus off of me and praying for other people, helping other people is always a good thing. So comment below if you have any prayers that you want said for you or for somebody that you know, and put a name down. That makes it more personal, if you will. It doesn't have to be a full name, just your first name. My name's Jennifer. Just a first name. I can pray for you, and then, be as specific as you can with the prayer. And, yeah. So this is already not a short video. It's 17 minutes long. Almost 18. Yeah. I gotta, plan and pay for my funeral. But I hope I don't have to attend it anytime soon. I really would like to live a while longer. I don't expect to live to be 90. It'd be great. But I don't want to die yet. I don't want to die in the next year or 2 years. I guess I'm doing everything I can. I'm doing everything the doctors tell me to do. I'm doing what I can. I'm doing what I'm told to do. I'd like to make it to church more. Of course, I have been excused from attending church by the priest. I've been, because of my condition. I've also been excused from the obligations for Advent, Lent, the eating meat, and on Friday I don't have to. The priest told me, he's like at Lent, he's like, as a matter of fact, I'm telling you to eat meat on Fridays because you need it. He was funny. But to the best of my ability, I want to follow, follow the faith and get to Mass and have some quality of life. Because that's been a challenge for me, having a quality of life. I tend to go to doctor's appointments and then I tend to sleep a lot, or watch TV just because it doesn't require any physical activity. I have been in the hospital a few times. They took out my gallbladder. I had acute pancreatitis, and they took out my gallbladder. I also they found another blood clot in my jugular vein, so my entire jugular vein on the left side of the left jugular vein is completely occluded. It's completely blocked. 100% completely blocked. And it always will be. They can't go in and do anything about that. They said it would just, oh, I'm so sorry. That's just so gross. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Anyways, I probably should just get off here because that was really gross and I need to take care of that. Anyways, put your prayers down and thank you for any prayers you have for me, and I'll try to get some history videos up if I can. I'll do my best. I can't promise anything, but I will try because it is a passion of mine, and I am a professional historian. I do have the master's degree, and that's that was my career until I had to stop working. So I'd like to get back into that because it is something I'm very that I'm good at, but I also enjoy. So thank you, and God bless, and have a good day. All right, bye.